Hello everybody, I am Sankalp, your anchor for today. I have come to discuss with you.
Host, not anchor, host.
Camera take 1, camera take 2, camera take 3.
Yeah. Hello friends, I am Sankalp, your host for today, to talk to you about healthy products. I am today at a very
Sage Farm, Sage Cafe. Sage
no,
Cafe.
I don't want to bring the Sage Farm Cafe. I wanted to bring it later
Okay, so
to surprise people about Sage Farm Cafe to talk about it. Hello everyone. In today's world, we talk about healthy foods and how important it is for everybody to have healthy food in their daily lifestyle. But I always have this question in my mind. Are we really having the real healthy foods that we are supposed to have? Let me introduce you Kavita Amanta.
Hello everybody.
She is the promoter of Sage Organics.
So Sankalp, thank you for having me. Sage Organics really was a venture that we got into to really answer some of the questions that you raised right now. There's a lot of misinformation about food. There's a lot of ideas and promoting intentions that people have, which have really muddled the waters a little bit in terms of what is right, what is not right, what is good, what is not good, what is currently in fad and what is going to completely go out of fad tomorrow. So the intent really was to have a place which was really like a lifestyle store where you came in not just to buy a product, but to truly understand what the impact of that product was, not just on you, but also the environment around you.
Wonderful. So let's begin. And one of your favorite salad.
Yeah. So
And let's continue our conversation through this.
today I want to show you the spicy Thai salad. It's one of my favorites because it uses a lot of local ingredients. We're going to start here with snake gourd, which is traditionally used only as a cooked vegetable. I'm going to simply add a little bit of salt, pepper, some olive oil, and just put a dash of lemon on top of this and toss it up. Lemon is a great way to actually do a simple cooking as well. It adds an incredible flavor but also helps soften the vegetable. We'll now start to add on some of our other vegetables. We have cabbage. I'm using a little bit of red and yellow peppers because they always add a lovely look, feel, color, texture to the salad. This beetroot was grown on our own farm. We've got some carrots. But what we're also going to add is a little bit of radish. This is again fresh from our farm. They tend to bring beautiful heat to the salad, and one of my favorite vegetables, extremely versatile, the bottle gourd, also called as sorakai. It's cut into beautiful juliennes. Adding to this is a little bit of shredded gongura. It's a sour local leaf, traditionally used in chutneys and dals, but adds incredible lemony and textural aspects to the salad. Now we're going to just add on a teeny bit more salt for all the veggies that we have and a little bit more oil and give it a bit of a toss. Now we're almost ready for our dressing. What I have here is a peanut and ginger dressing. It's got a lovely heat to it, but also sweetness that comes from honey. And take about 2 dollops, and this is where you can start to make the salad your own. If you like it a little heavier, add a little more of the dressing, add some peanuts for the crunch. Again, vary these quantities as you like. A little bit of sesame seed adds a lovely hint to any Thai dressing. Give it a toss very gently to make sure it dresses up, and that's it. So this is your base salad that's ready. What I love to do is from here on have other condiments that you can add on. A simple garnish of sesame seeds on top, or a little bit of sunflower podi to just add a little more heat to it. And that is our spicy Thai salad.
Wow, after amazing local ingredient based salad. What would you like to make now?
So, Sankalp, I'd love to introduce you to a ragi based pizza. Obviously, we're known for our health foods, and so even when you're eating something as indulgent as a pizza, there is definitely our desire to make sure that it's wholesome. And one of the things that we've done is make what is considered usually as junk food into something that's completely healthy and nutritious meal. So what we have here is a ragi pizza which is made with 100% ragi. Because this has a very short shelf life, we usually make them on order. And once the base is ready, only then we start building the pizza on top. For this one, what we're known for is a lot of our sauces and our ingredients, but in this particular pizza especially, I take some of this passata sauce, which is nothing then other than tomato basil sauce, which is slowly roasted for a long time. Spread that around and then top it with some beautiful onions, shred the onions on top, and they add a lot of natural sweetness to actually balance out this pizza as we build it together.
Wow.
So now the roselle flower, as you know, is sort of a seasonal flower. We usually in our farm, it comes in from about October to December. And what we do is we take it, we have a solar dryer where we dry it, and whenever required, we make this beautiful pickle out of it, which has some mustard oil in it, a lot of spices, aromatics, beetroot, and the pickle right here. So you can see that. Now what we're going to do is actually take little pieces of it and put it all around your dish.
Beautiful.
Okay. So again, I've got clean hands. Some of this food really is best when dealt with your fingers. So you'll have a lovely hit of spice that comes in from the pickle as well as the sourness of the flour. That's offset by the sweetness of the tomato sauce and the onions, of course, which have a natural sweetness to it. I know you like your food a little spicy, so I might just put a little more than usual.
Lovely. So this is an Indo-European pizza.
Exactly, yeah. Eventually the flavors are really
Indianized.
complicated but very unique. Not something that you'd be used to, and I'm sure the Italians would not want to have anything to do with this pizza. But for me, as long as it's promoting and really highlighting a product which is local, it sort of meets the brief for me. I'm going to take this lovely fresh feta that we make in-house and just layer it all around. The feta adds again a little bit of sourness but also some sweetness, some salt to it.
And a creamy texture to the entire.
Yes, yeah. So it gives you a bit of a relief when you're having something as spicy as that. The cheese then gives a little bit of a relief to all of that spice that you have going on there. All right, there we go.
Awesome.
Let's see how it comes out.
Yes.
And here we go. That's the feta and spice on a ragi base.
So Kavita garu, after you showcasing about your signature dishes on the menu, let's go through your store, which is attached to the cafe, and understand more about the groceries which are available for people to pick it up from here.
Lovely, please. So the concept behind the store really was, as I mentioned, to have access to lifestyle products. So we do a lot of food-based items, obviously. We make a lot of healthy snacks, appetizers. We make our own vinegars, but also things where we are actually promoting sustainability as well as people working in sustainability. So we have steel painted, hand painted boxes. I'm a huge fan of iron cooking because it's a traditional way of cooking.
Oh yeah.
And in fact, Thrive, a restaurant that we started, was entirely about cooking on the pan, bringing back some of our old simple products. And then we have we're a zero waste to landfill store, so we make sure that whatever we're procuring in bulk, packaging in bottles. So these are bottles that can be reused by customers, or it's something that they can return to us for credit.
So people perception of brown rice is going to change today. Let me take you it.
I'm so glad you pointed that out.
Oh,
and,
yes.
I want to just show, unfortunately, again, just like organic, there is a tendency for people to think that anything that looks brown is brown rice. And unfortunately, marketers have taken that as a way of selling caramelized, colored rice as brown rice. But what you can see here distinctively is that the brown rice is a function of limited processing. You can see right here the bran that is intact, and that is actually what makes the brown rice nutritious. Otherwise, if it does not have the bran, that means it has been polished. If it has been polished and
Super
then
refined.
colored, exactly, and then colored brown again, that is not what brown rice was ever meant to be.
Wow, that was a hell of a pizza and salad I had today at Sage Farm Cafe. Like, subscribe and comment below on what kind of recipes you would like to watch on my channel, Sankalp Vishnu. Until next time, happy dining.